Tillerson, who only just got back from an African tour, had been seen as a dead man walking for a while. He and Trump were known to disagree sharply on a range of issues, including Iran. The White House says a change was needed because of recent developments with North Korea. Now here's Donald Trump.
Rex and I have been talking about this for a long time. We got along actually quite well, but we disagreed on things. When you look at the Iran deal, I think it's terrible. I guess it was okay. I wanted to either break it or do something, and he felt a little bit differently. So we were not really thinking the same. With Mike Pompeo, we have a very similar thought process. I think it's going to go very well.
Let's go to Washington now and speak to our correspondent, Philip Crowther. Philip, the announcement came typically in a tweet, and that's how Tillerson reportedly found out he was being fired.
Yeah, it does seem like that. The White House, though, seems to be insisting this morning that, in fact, the decision was made as early as last Friday and that Rex Tillerson was, in fact, told. But Rex Tillerson, the then Secretary of State, because this dismissal is immediate, was on a tour of Africa until just a few hours ago, in fact, when he landed back in Washington, D.C. He didn't seem to give any signs that he knew this was coming. So the possibility of him finding out via tweet is very, very likely. And in fact, the Undersecretary of State has come out with a statement saying that Rex Tillerson had all the intentions in the world to continue in his position and that he also had not spoken to the US president. In other words, this is a very Trumpian firing. It is done in spectacular fashion. It is done quickly. It is surprising to most, though there had been a lot of speculation, of course, for months about the possible dismissal of Rex Tillerson. It's a little bit of a reality TV firing, like the ones that Donald Trump used to do when he was on the TV show The Apprentice. It was a surprise to Rex Tillerson, and we knew for a long time, and now know even clearer than before, that the two did not see eye to eye on some of the most important parts of U.S. foreign policy. That includes the Iran nuclear deal mentioned specifically by Donald Trump this morning at the White House, one of the big subjects where he disagreed with Rex Tillerson. Donald Trump wants that deal gone. Rex Tillerson seems to have disagreed with the U.S. president throughout his tenure at the State Department on that front.
Philip, as you said, there was speculation Tillerson would leave the Trump administration for a while. Why fire him now?
It's a good question. What we have as an explanation from the White House at this point comes from a White House official who doesn't want to be named by name. It's said anonymously. This official says that the U.S. president wanted to get his team together before the negotiations or talks or whatever it might be with North Korea begin in earnest. Now, this might indicate that, again, Rex Tillerson, the then Secretary of State, didn't really know or might not have agreed with this decision from Donald Trump to have eye-to-eye talks with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. We know from what the president said this morning at the White House, here local time, that that was a decision taken by the U.S. president himself, probably without consultation, direct consultation with the Secretary of State. Another sign of this relationship not going well, clearly. The two not seeing eye to eye on some of the most important foreign policy issues. And there has been speculation pretty much since the first month of this administration and the first month also in the job for the U.S. Secretary of State that he could be gone at any moment. Rex Tillerson had no foreign policy experience. He came in as the CEO of ExxonMobil, the oil giant, didn't bring anything to the State Department in terms of foreign policy experience, did shrink it considerably, though. The State Department has fewer employees by a long stretch than it did when Rex Tillerson came in. But then there was also the simple fact that Rex Tillerson reportedly once called Donald Trump a moron. That might be important because Rex Tillerson actually never denied this, actually escaped that question, a very pointed question several times. At least since then, the U.S. president was not happy with Rex Tillerson. Though this morning, again, here at the White House, he says that they actually had a good relationship, simply didn't agree on some of the most important foreign policy issues.
Thank you very much, Philip. That was Philip Crowther in Washington.